Ding dong, a lang, a lang, a lang. Boom, bow, wow. Oh, life ain't a ding dong. If I could take you up in boom, boom, bow, shaboom, boom, tell me I'm the only one that you know. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Hello everyone, welcome to a new X-Plane video. Today we're going to be doing a cold and dark from San Diego to San Francisco in this American 737-800. I got my flight plan loaded up on SimBrief and my 737 checklist from Air Berlin, and we can go ahead and jump on in and get started, I guess. Alright. So we got to start and turn on the battery and the standby power, and go ahead and switch the DC volt selector to battery. And we can go ahead and disengage the master caution since that pops up, and make sure, for some reason in this 737, it's a modified 737-800X. For some reason it starts with the hydraulic pumps on. I'm not sure why, but we need to turn those off, and also make sure that the fuel pumps are all off, which they are. We can go ahead and turn on the interior lights, but since it's afternoon, we don't really need those. We can go ahead and turn on the cabin utility and the seat pass power. And let's see, we can go ahead and I would connect the ground power, but we don't have any right now, so I'm just gonna ignore that. Let's see here. Alright, so we can go ahead and turn on the external lights, the position. You can set those to steady, the logo, wing, and wheel well. Alright. Then we can go ahead and also turn on the no smoking signs and the seatbelt sign to auto. Alright, let's see. So the recirculation fan should already be on, or sorry, the packs are on. The recirculation fan needs to come onto auto. The isolation valve and packs need to be on auto, which they are. Autopilot needs to be off, which it is. Speed brake needs to be off, which it is. IRS selectors can be set to test right here. Alright. And the selectors need to be changed to align. Let that go ahead and run through its test here real quick. Or actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and go down to here to the menu and change the time it takes to do the ILS selectors. There we go. Now we go ahead and do the test here and set them to align and let them run through that real quick. I just gotta wait for all these lights to turn off. There we go. Alright. I'm going to change that to nav. Go down here and go ahead and put on our reference airport, and like I said, we're in San Diego, which its ICAO code is KSAN. Oops. There we go. Alright, then we can put in our position. Alright, and that should do its thing now. We just gotta wait a minute and it'll show up or pop up the navigation in the flight computer screens. Let's see here. We're gonna just go ahead and ignore the gate number for now. Let's see. Alright, so now we need to put in our route, which, like I said, I got it right here. Right here. Let's see. Right here. So first is LNSA5. That would be our star, so we don't need that. SLI. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make our way to the route. And put our destination as San Francisco, which is KSFO. And we'll just come up with some random number. I just hope that number hasn't been involved in any accident. That wouldn't be very tasteful. Alright, we can go to our flight plan and put in our 2, which would be SLI for our first waypoint. Our next waypoint is J134. Oops. Or no, I'm sorry, I'm stupid. LAX. Then to RZS. Then to SR. I'm definitely not a professional. I only do this for fun, so I'm obviously going to make some mistakes here. Probably quite a few mistakes, to be honest. But I'm just here to have fun, so no big deal. Okay, so next up, I'm going to go and do our perf initial. Right here, it should automatically set that. Good. And we'll go for a flight level of 360. We have no reserves, and cost index doesn't really matter, so we'll just do 18. Alright, so now that should be good to go. Good, good. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so we should be good to go and start up the APU. So turn on forward fuel pump number 1 and go ahead and start the APU. It takes a second to start, so while that's doing that, we'll go ahead and pop down here. You can see the IRS has aligned because these have popped up now. Let's see. So while the APU is starting up, we'll go ahead and put in our departure runway, which on here it says it is 27. We'll go for 27 and Lindsay 5. Execute. Alright. You can hear the APU started up now, so it's still not quite ready yet. We've got to wait for this light to pop up right here, and then we can turn on the generator and switch the AC selector to APU right there. There it is. There we go. Alright. Next up, we're going to go ahead and make sure our parking brake is set, which I believe it's... No, it's not, huh? Alright. Then, next up, we got the ground connections, which I didn't have any, but I do, with this plane, have the chocks. So we gotta go to extras, others, then chalk off. There we go. In the checklist, which I'll put in the description, it has the communications and stuff, but we're not going to really worry about that since A, we're not using any air traffic control, and it's also got the altimeter, which I'm just going to keep it standard because I don't have any weather right now. It's a clear day. I set it to clear in the settings, so we should be good with that. Alright, so next up we can go ahead and put in we already did the departure, which would have been the next step, but we need to go ahead and check our route here for discontinuities. Something doesn't look right here. No, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to check for discontinuities, which there are none right now. And we can go ahead and do our takeoff for page 1 and page 2. We're going to do 5 degrees. This should be 8%. Those V speeds look good. Oops, sorry. There we go. And it's dry, which all that looks good. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I don't know what the slope is, but I can go ahead and put in the heading. Oops. There we go. Did it change the VR? No, it didn't. It just made me put them in again. There we go. Alright, next up, we can go ahead and check our trim, which is 7.17, and we'll go ahead and get that put in. That looks good right about there. That's a little less than 7, but it'll be okay. Let's see, gangway remove, which it already is. I couldn't get the auto gate plug-in to work, so it wasn't ever connected. Next up, we need to check that the doors are closed, which they are. Check that the generator bus transfer switch is covered, which it is. Alright, and we can go ahead and turn on all of our fuel pumps now. No crossfeed. And turn on our hydraulic pumps. And now that we're about to start the engine, we can go ahead and do anti-collision, which are the beacons, and we can go ahead and turn off the packs for now. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure our thrust is set to idle, which it is. Alright, and we can go ahead and go into the better pushback plug-in and plan our pushback here. Let's see. I need to find our runway we're taking off from. It's 27. Yeah, I know I set a I know I'm setting things, but I can just delete them once I get back. I just wanted to look at the runway. Let's see here.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Wrong button. Let's do delete. There we go. Alright, let's see. We'll have him push us back to here. I'm not sure if this is like right with regulations or not, but I don't really care.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Alright. So we should be ready to go. Let's see what happens.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Go and let him make his way over. We'll go and watch him do it. If I can make my way outside. Man, too many trucks. There we go. There we go, that was hard enough.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Set parking brake.
Already did that.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Target pushback and you may start engines.
Alright, we're good to go. What the crap? Oh no, we're going backwards! I forgot I had this done here.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome aboard from a flight deck. This is your captain speaking. I want to thank all of you for being with us today. We're just getting the last of the luggage stowed on board. We should be departing on time in just a few minutes. I will be speaking to you again later on, so thanks again and enjoy the flight.
That's a little late. But while I'm starting the engines here, we can go ahead and listen to the safety demonstration here.
May we have your attention, please, for the following presentation about safety on board. Your hand luggage must be placed in the overhead bin or under the seat in front of you. It's forbidden to place hand luggage in front of the bulkhead seats or the emergency exits. For safety reasons, the use of any electronic devices is prohibited during taxiing, takeoff, and landing. Personal electronic equipment, such as telephones and wireless transmitting devices, may not be used at any time during the flight. Please fasten your seatbelt now as we're taking off. Because turbulence can occur unexpectedly, you are obliged to have your seatbelt fastened whenever you're seated, until the aircraft comes to a full stop after landing. Whenever the fasten seatbelt sign is on, the use of the lavatories is not permitted. takeoff and landing, make sure that the back of your seat is in a fully upright position and that your tables are folded away. Secure infants with the infant's belt, which will be distributed by your flight attendant if needed. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted at any time on board. Smoking in the lavatories
Operation
is
complete.
dangerous
Set
and
parking
will
brake.
activate the smoke alarm. If cabin pressure is lost, oxygen masks will be released automatically.
Disconnecting tow.
Hold
Stand
the
by.
mask towards your face and cover your nose and mouth. Then help children and other passengers. In case of impact on land or water, position yourself as shown on the screen. You may use either position. To evacuate the aircraft, follow the illuminated escape path markings. The emergency exits are identified by exit signs and are located as shown on the screen and the safety on board card. Your life jacket is located under your seat.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Hold the life jacket over your head and attach the strap. Do not inflate your life jacket until you leave the aircraft. Pull the strap until the life jacket is properly adjusted. If the life jacket does not inflate or needs more air, blow through the rubber tube. Infant life jackets will be distributed if required. In case of emergency on water, the evacuation slides will serve as rafts. The safety on board card shows the various procedures and the use and location of the safety equipment. Please study the card carefully. In an emergency, you must follow the orders given by the crew. Thank you for your attention.
Für weitere Informationen wenden Sie sich bitte an Ihr Kabinenpersonal. Im Notfall müssen Sie sich an die Anweisungen der Besatzung halten. Wir danken für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit. Pour de plus amples informations, veuillez vous adresser à votre personnel de cabine. En cas d'urgence, vous devez suivre les instructions de l'équipage. Nous vous remercions de votre attention. Per ulteriori informazioni, la preghiamo di contattare il personale di cabina. In caso di emergenza è obbligatorio seguire le istruzioni dell'equipaggio. La ringraziamo per la sua attenzione.
Okay. Let's see, I went ahead and went through the rest of the pushback checklist during that. I set the flaps just now. I got all the Paxton back on and started the engines. And turn on the probe heat and stuff. We'll go and wait until, I don't know why that's lit up all of a sudden, because we definitely don't have ground power. Anyway. What is that?
We have your attention, please.
Why is it doing it again?
Presentation about
Don't do that again. Oh, automatic, okay. I need to turn that off. I don't want that. Yeah, we don't want that. Anyway, and I went ahead and checked. That's what I was doing here, was making sure that both of the generators were operational. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to make sure everything's good again, and I set my autopilot to the V2 or V1 speed. Went ahead and set the runway heading and set the altitude 36,000. So everything looks good to go. Got our auto brake set to ready takeoff. Alright, let's just figure out where we need to go here. Let's see. So we're gonna go down and turn, oops, and turn here. Yeah, that seems like a pretty straightforward taxi. Alright, that's good to, we're good to go. Oh, excuse you, that was interesting. He waited until I started moving. I need to get a plug-in that'll allow for more activity at the airport. Feels kind of lonely right now. Again, don't expect anything great because I haven't played this for too long, only a few months, just long enough to get the basics down. Still haven't mastered flying it yet. Um, I do, however, want to get my pilot's license in real life. I should be starting that sometime within the next few months. So hopefully that'll help me better my skills for playing this. Or, I mean, I should be, I guess, the other way around. This will help me better my skills for flying in real life. But yeah, but I'm always open to suggestions and criticism. Just if we could keep it nice. Although this is YouTube, so I mean, I don't expect anything great from it. I'm a little too fast here. Got quite a while before the threshold. Go through our taxi checklist here. Autopilot is set. I did that while we were waiting. Autopilot disengaged bar is up. Flight directors are both on. Auto throttle is armed. IAS is set to V2. Heading is runway heading, and altitude is 36,000. Usually you clear it to your first, or you set it to your first cleared altitude. However, since we're not playing with air traffic control, I just figured I'd go and set it to our our flight level or cruise altitude. What's going on here? Oh, traffic. This is a free scenery pack for Boston, or not Boston, San Diego Airport, so it's not default. I don't think. I know that San Francisco is not default, and I believe I got one for this too. So I do have some stationary aircraft in the custom scenery file, but I want to get some more that are moving around if that's possible. But I don't have a lot of money to spend on it right now, so I'm trying to only use freeware stuff. Alright, so we can go ahead and go to our holding point here.
Approaching 27.
Alright, we'll just go ahead and hold there for a minute. Go through our holding point. So we got our landing lights. We can go and turn those on. Turn taxi lights off. Set our position lights to strobe and steady. And our TCAS to TARA, which is the one furthest away. There we go. Alright. Looks good. We're going to skip the transponder. Alright, we should be good for takeoff. What's going on? What's it doing? Come on. There you go.
On runway 27.
Line up here. Alright. I don't think this works. Yeah, it just disconnects the auto throttle. I'm not sure. It's probably something that I'm doing. But, oh well. Alright. Let it stabilize. Alright. We'll go full thrust takeoff.
overview, and they should be able to begin that great service very soon.
We shouldn't be going above 250. Why did I do that? That was stupid. That was stupid. That was stupid. Anyway, we shouldn't be going above 250. Below 10,000. Why? My bad. My bad. See, like I said, I'm not an expert. I still struggle with it. But hopefully as I do these more and more, I'll get used to it. Alright, we're getting above 10,000. Turn these off. Turn off the wheel well. It's 4 degrees out, so we'll go ahead and turn on the anti-ice. I really should have turned on autopilot by now, but I'm having fun flying manually, so. Now we're above 10,000, we can go ahead and speed up though. Go past 250. Alright. Well, I'll get back with you whenever we're at our climb, I guess.
flight deck, your captain here. Between the road below and some great cloud formations, we have a lovely view outside the aircraft today. Mother Nature at her best.
Look at all of these great cloud formations. Look at all of them. Wow. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to check back in and tell you all we're getting to our top of our climb here. You can see the green arch. That shows when we should reach the top of our climb. When we should reach 36,000. It says that we've got about 165 nautical miles until we get to the top of our descent. So I will go ahead and check back in with you all whenever we get there. Enjoy the rest of the flight.
This is what I say. I would cry, oh, baby, oh, I would cry, oh, baby, oh, baby, don't you, oh, baby, don't you, oh, baby, oh, baby, then I would cry, oh, baby, then I would cry, oh, baby, don't you, oh, baby, don't you, oh, baby, oh, baby, then I would cry, oh, baby, then I would cry, oh, baby, oh, baby, don't you, oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby, don't you, oh, baby.
Alright, we're about 2 nautical miles from the top of descent. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot to unmute this. Just a second. There we go. Alright. We're at the top of descent, so we can go ahead and start taking her down. And we'll go ahead and play our little descent message.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we're just about to begin our descent, and I will be turning on the seatbelt signs shortly. So please return to your seats as soon as you can. Thank you.
let's go ahead and set our auto brakes here. We'll just take a quick peek at the map, see how far away we are. It's up here a little bit more, so we got quite a while. About, let's see, go to legs. We got 100 miles left. Okay. So around, let's see here, probably around Carmi, I'll go ahead and start our descent checklist. So we'll go ahead and actually turn those off for now. So on Carmi, I'll start a descent checklist, and I'll check back in with you all to do that. Alright, let's go ahead and start going through our checklist here again. Set our auto brakes. We're going to set those to 2. Our altimeter is set to standard, or 2992. Need to get our ILS frequency real quick. Let's see here. Init ref, approach ref. We can go 30-degree flaps, 143, and our ILS is 108.9. 108.9. 108.9. There we go. Alright, that's active. Okay, there's the runway, so we're going to take it out and then we're going to spin back in. And this will be our final approach vector right here. We're landing on runway, was it 9 or 19? 19. So that would be, that looks about right, yeah. Yeah. So it's what, looping us out? I guess going to loop out there? Going around like that maybe? Wait a second. Let's go ahead and skip vectors. Execute that. There we go. We're going to start deploying flaps now. Let's see, we're still quite a distance out, but that's okay. Keep ourselves at 200 for now. Actually, we'll slow to 190. While we got the benefit of the flaps slowing us down a bit. And slow us down a little more to 180. We might be able to see the runway. See the airport, I mean. Yep, there it is right there. There's another one right there. What is that airport? Let's open up the map and see what that airport is. Oakland International. And we're going over to San Francisco. So it's taking us around and then back in to land. See it right there. Yep. Oh, just reminded me to turn off the anti-ice here. There we go. And I want to be right there whenever we hit 3,000. Or 20, actually we'll go for 2,200. So a little more to 170 knots. We can't turn on approach until we hit this, until we're right here. Excuse me. $30 and $143. Should be starting our turn any minute now. Ooh, this makes me nervous. I always do these. I always land poorly. So far, so good, though. And I always forget to set that clock, too, so there's another thing that I need to get better at. So far, so good, though. We can go ahead and put our gear down and slow down a little more to 160. Alright, 3 green. Let's go and take a look outside real quick. Nice. Okay, so we can go and turn on our approach now. Why did that turn all that off? There we go. Good. You always want that to be above so that it'll catch the glide slope as it comes in. Right here. So you can see that if we pulled up, we'd match the glide slope, but we want the computer to get it. So that's why we're going to hold our altitude, and hopefully it will catch it. I've only been able to do this successfully once, so I might have to take over control, so I better be ready for that. We can go ahead and put down another notch of flaps and get ourselves slowed a little more. Go down to 152. Now, if this comes live and it misses this, then we've got to go and or go ourselves. Just gonna zoom in a little bit here so we can see what's going on. I'm gonna encourage it to get over and line up a little bit. Help it over a little. Oh, it caught the glide slope. Good. Or it caught the, I don't know what that's called actually. VOR lock? Is that what that means? Yeah, I think so. So, that's good. That's a good sign. Let's see if it'll catch the glide slope too. We can see the runway right there. We're doing 19 left, or is it right here? It's 19 left. Alright, good. This is good. Go ahead and put on our final notch of flaps here and slow down to our landing speed of 143. Is it going to catch the glide slope? You can see it's come alive here. Ah, yes, it caught it. Look at that. Look at that. Good stuff. Alright, now it should follow that glide slope and take us in. And then it should disconnect on its own, but I don't ever really trust that, so I'll go ahead and disconnect it whenever I feel comfortable. But I'll let it take it in for the most part. We'll do a nice full ILS approach and landing. We're going for that runway right there. Everything's looking good. Let's go ahead and go through our final approach. We got flaps at 30, gear down. Autopilot will disengage that later. The auto throttle will disengage later. And spoilers, we'll go ahead and arm those. There we go. Alright, and thrust required. Alright, so the, good. We're looking good here, we're looking good. See if I screw this up like normal. I will probably screw it up like normal. Looking good. We're at 143. And get ready to disengage the autopilot. Gonna take control. And taking control.
Approaching 19 left.
A little too high. One catch a glide slope again. A little to the left. little too far left. Sorry, my phone. Hope I'm getting too fast. Getting too fast. Ah, I'm a little off. Damn.
Sync rect, sync rect, sync rect.
I have that issue. I can never quite make it onto the center line for some reason. Not sure why. At least we're down on the ground, though. Any landing you could walk away from is a good landing, right? It was smooth enough. I mean, well, nah, actually it wasn't too smooth either. Oh well, we're good. It's all good. It's all good. Again, it's only in fun and games. Let's go ahead and vacate at this one. It's all fun and games. Let's see, we're going to do our transponder, set that to standby. And we're going to turn off our landing lights here. Turn on our taxi lights, turn off our runway turn off lights, and start the APU. I'm getting a little off here. Full spoilers are good. We'll go ahead and retract our flaps.
Approaching 0, 1, left.
Turn off the auto brakes. Let's check for traffic since we're not using ATC. We're good. Alright, let's go. Do we have a, Nope, but I forgot to do the before landing one. Oh well. That's alright. It's all good. Alright, landing lights. When they turn off lights, position lights, we can set those back to steady. Uh-oh. There we go. Let's find a gate. There's one. That's a 747 gate. We'll turn down this way then. Oh, there was one. There's one over there we can use. Right there. Anyway, let's go continue with our taxi checklist. Turn all the anti-ice switches on or off. APU's that started yet? Why did it not start? Come on. There we go, it should start in a minute now. Got no marshaller here. I don't want to use one that doesn't have a marshaller. Come on. Why am I having so much trouble here? Really? I need to go down. There we go. A little further. Parking brake is set. Taxi lights can come off. Parking brake is set. APU generator switches are on. APU bleed is on. AC volt selector is set to APU. Alright, we can go and cut off our engines here. Oh, cool, it works. Nice. Very nice. Alright, let's see. We've got master warning didn't come on. Wheel chocks need to be set. What? Stop it. There we go. Alright, wheel chocks. On. Parking brake can come off. Uh-oh. I forgot that thing works by the parking brake. How annoying. Is it not going to come back now? Is that the game it's playing? That's the game it's playing. Well. Oh well. It was fun while it lasted. Let's see here. Anyway, we can just continue with this now. Turn that back off. Wish there was a way to do like make it come out manually, you know? But I don't know of any way. There might be one that I'm not sure about, but I'm not sure right now. As I just said, I don't know why I said that again. Anyway, seatbelt signs can come off. AC volt selector can come to ground power. We have that available. APU can come off. APU bleed can come off. APU is off. APU bleed is off. All the other bleeds are off. Anti-collision lights or beacons can come off. TCAS, I believe I already put that in standby, didn't I? Yeah. Wait. Now it is. Yaw damper off. Bateau off, which I already turned them off. Engine start switches are both off. Hydraulic pumps can come all off. Along with fuel pumps. There we go. Are all off. External lights can all come off. And we'll skip that. And the IRS selectors can come off. We're going to go ahead and go through the shutdown checklist too. Let's see, we can go and set the AC volt selector to standby power. There we go. Ground power can come off. Bleeds are all off. Packs can come off. Recirculation fans can come off. DC can go to standby. go. Alright. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this, or my first X-Plane 11 video. I know it wasn't very smooth, but again, it's my first one, and I'm not really a professional. There's been a lot of things that went wrong, but hopefully as I do more of these, I'll get better at them. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed again, and I hope you have a good day.